channel. So, yet another loss in what's becoming a dismal run of performances from Man United. I'm starting to get the feeling that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's at the wheel again. That there's something going on. I just been listening to someone else talk about this, and I've got to say I totally agree. Since probably the Sevilla game, since we went out of the Europa League especially, something's happened at Manchester United. There's definitely something going on behind the scenes that means that our performances have dropped off, and that result today against West Ham. Nobody looked up for that game on our side. Yeah, okay, David De Gea made a mistake, costing us that goal. People make mistakes, but we never looked like really scoring a goal throughout that game. Anthony was nowhere to be seen in the second half, yet he was quite lively in the first. Again, no end product as normal for Anthony. Bruno was ineffective. I mean, you start with Weghorst as your number 10 and you've got Bruno playing on the wing. So you've got your most influential player not playing in his position. So he's not your most influential player. He's not able to be as influential as you would like him to be. And you start with a cart horse of Weghorst on the pitch. I mean, everything he does is slow. He can't run. He can't pass. His football brain is slow. He's making decisions that he should make now. He's making them next week. It really baffled me why Weghorst started today. When you've got the likes of better players like Sancho and Garnacho was on the bench today. I mean, should have played Bruno in number 10 as number 10. Probably brought Garnacho or play Jadon Sancho on the left. But no, for some reason, I don't know why, there seems to be a bit of a charity thing going on, where Weghorst is receiving charity from Eric Ten Hag for whatever reason. And I mean, I don't want to make this kind of like a hit video. I'm not attacking anyway, but you watched that game. You saw what I saw. And ultimately, Liverpool are breathing down on X now. They're breathing down on X. So I think they're about a point behind us now. They actually are. They're a point behind us. And unless we start winning now, so our next game's what? Wolves, I think it is. Was it Bournemouth? Off the top of my head, I can't quite remember right now. But we've got to find a way to win. And whether that's something Ten Hag says to the players individually, takes them all aside individually and finds out what's going on. Is it a mentality issue of people falling out? Is it something to do with the tactics or the roles he's asking them to do? Is there some kind of miscommunication somewhere? It's really baffling. Another comment I heard earlier was like, if you could imagine, if you go back a couple of months ago, a tackle or winning a throw in, and all the team members were like high-fiving each other, all up for it, like they'd scored a goal. Yeah, now they look like they've got their heads down, they're walking around, they're not really saying much to each other. Definitely something's gone on. Something's gone on. And my comment at the beginning of this video where I said that it feels like Ollie's at the wheel again, it really does. That performance today was our worst performance. Yes, okay, we conceded a goal, but it was 90% of that game. 90% of that game was West Ham on the attack, and most of it felt to me, it felt like we were just one crazy moment away from going 2-0 down. And in fact, we're lucky that Lindelof in that handball situation didn't lead to a penalty. And there was a second shout against him for handball in the second half, which could have gone either way. I'm just gobs. I'm kind of what's the word for it? I lost for words to try and understand why our performance has dropped off so badly. And it really does, to me, feel like Ollie's back at the wheel. And I don't want to be starting to attack Eric Ten Hag. I don't. But the buck stops with the manager. You know, he's been at the club for, say, a year. Best part of a year. He knows the players inside and out. He understands what their strengths, what their weaknesses are. Yet he is now making strange decisions quite regularly. The Wout Weghorst one, that's one. So the question is, can we make top four? Because we need to pick up a minimum of 9 points ahead of, to stay ahead of Liverpool. And that'll be by 1 point. And that's assuming they win all their remaining games of the season. So, they've got 3 games left now. We've got 4 games left. So, ultimately, where are we going to... playing how we're playing right now, I personally don't see us picking up enough points to finish top 4. Because it will take a dramatic turnaround in performances to do that. So we've got 4 games remaining, and we need to win 3 of them. 3 of them. And right now, we're on a dismal run. So, 2-2 Tottenham, 1-0 Brighton loss, 1-0 West Ham loss. Last 3 games, nil point, nothing. Sorry, 1 point, 1 point. So 1 point from a possible 9. So if you can imagine, if we replicate that, so we've got a possible 12. So if we get we replicate the last 3, the points gained. So we could probably pick up 4. Let's say we get 1 win out of those remaining, and then the rest is a replication of the last few games. So that's 4 points. Liverpool would have to have a serious drop in form for us to make sure we get top 4. And that just... What's going to happen? Okay, we've got the FA Cup final coming up, but current form is ridiculous. We can't go and play against City. It's a one-off game, and generally people raise their game for finals, but are United capable? Do you think the players right now have got it in them? United have played about 57 games this season, so they played more games than any other club in the top 5 leagues in Europe. So could it be a bit of tiredness crept in across the squad? And because there's no quality and strength in depth, we're playing players who might be carrying slight injuries, maybe are tired. Then there's that thing, where's the harmony in the squad gone? Nobody's communicating. I'm just trying to logically think out where the problems might be coming from. Because it really doesn't make a lot of sense. And it makes, if you go back to the time when Ollie was at the wheel, we were seeing performances like this week in, week out. And everybody blamed the manager. And the players, ultimately, at the time. Are we quickly walking back into that? Are we going to start infighting among the fans and then going to be crying for not just the Glazers out, but Ten Hag out as well? Do we really want that? I personally don't, but the team, to prevent that from happening, the team are just going to have to pick up their performances. And after that 1-0 Brighton loss in the week, the talk was United will bounce back. We'll come back strong and we'll beat West Ham. Well, David Moyes hadn't beat United since 2014. He hadn't beat United in the Premier League for his last 9 attempts. Yet, something told me in one of my previous video I did yesterday, that could change today, and it has. Although I did predict a 2-1 win because I believed that United would bounce back. I really did. And I was wrong. And there's a bit of it feels like there could be a crisis. There's something going on. There's a crisis going on. I mean, what do you think? Do you think I'm kind of overthinking it and it's just literally just poor performances and that happens in football? I mean, personally, I think if that had been 1 or 2 games, yes. But it's not, has it? I mean, if you go back to the Carabao Cup final and look at the results since, we've been dropping off steadily. You know, it's like a consistent lowering of our performances down to the level where we are now. 1 point in the last 3 games. 1 point in the last 3 games. So that's last 6 games. That's 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. So the 2 losses, obviously Brighton and today, a draw against Tottenham, and then 3 wins. So, yeah, that's where we are. It's like, right now, probably Ten Hag's getting ready to do his press conference because the game's not long been over. What's he going to say? Is he just going to repeat what he said after the Brighton game? Oh, it's about mentality. We always have to have better mentality. This is that. That is that. It's starting to sound like a broken record. It's just starting to sound like that. And I just hope that he's not exactly, I wouldn't say lost the dressing room, but maybe his messaging isn't becoming a little bit repetitive to the players too, and it's enabled them to like switch off a little bit mentally because maybe they're not really listening to what the manager's asking them or telling them to do. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like the video, please like, and if you don't subscribe, please subscribe and help the channel grow. Thanks for watching.